Here it's no problem at all to slow down a vehicle using only leg power. In modern vehicles, however, pure muscle power would not suffice. Here the driver is supported by the vehicle's brake system with brakes at the front and rear axles. Pressing the brake pedal slows down the vehicle. The vehicle's brake system employs hydraulics. This means that a force is transmitted via a liquid. The principle is based on a closed system with pistons, cylinders, and a special liquid. But how does it work? Liquids have one very special physical characteristic. They're incompressible. Unlike air. That's why hydraulic systems must be free of air. Within a hydraulic system, pressure is exerted on a liquid. By means of this force, the space within a cylinder is reduced and the liquid is displaced. The resulting pressure acts the same at any point in the system, retaining its magnitude. If two cylinders of equal size are connected to each other, the liquid transmits the exerted force while maintaining the ratio. What does that mean for a vehicle? The foot exerts a force on the brake pedal. It sets the brake fluid within the brake master cylinder in motion. The fluid is forced through the connected tubing to the wheel brake cylinder. The exerted force is thus transmitted. This principle remains the same even if more than one wheel brake cylinder is connected. The force continues to be transmitted uniformly. However, it's divided into 4 equal parts, proportionally reducing the distance moved by the pistons. In a vehicle, this is called a single-circuit brake system. For increased safety, the system is separated into 2 circuits. Depending on the vehicle concept, the brake system acts separately on the front and rear axles or in a diagonal direction. This provides increased safety in case one brake circuit should fail. A hydraulic system not only transmits forces, it also multiplies them. For this to happen, the operating piston's diameter must be smaller than that of the working piston. It's the same in a vehicle. The diameter of the brake master cylinder is smaller than that of the wheel brake cylinder. The force exerted by the brake pedal is thus not only transmitted, but also multiplied. The brake system works with a special liquid. To ensure reliable operation, it has to meet certain requirements. It should operate equally well at low temperatures as at very high temperatures, even when the brakes themselves are operating under extreme heat. That's why the brake fluid must be exchanged regularly. The fluid is transported via steel pipes and brake hoses from the brake master cylinder to the wheel brakes. For the rear axle brakes, the pipes are guided along the underbody. Brake hoses are used in movable areas. Additional components like the brake servo allow for comfortable brake operation. And systems such as the anti-lock brake system further improve driver comfort and safety.
What's up, guys? Now I will be talking about on the hydraulic brake side. Same thing, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the pros and cons, and how it works and how everything is set up. So let me have a video animation. I want to show you guys where all the components are located and how everything works. So of course right here we have the brake pedal, which there's a rod right here. When you press on it, you press right here, and then the motion goes towards here, and then you press against the fluid right here. So right here's a reservoir, we have the brake booster, and then the master cylinder right there. This is just stuff with the ABS stuff. Again, same thing. Just ABS stuff, which really we're not going to be talking about that. But now, right here, this is where all the components are going to be listed at. So basically, right here we have it's not really part of the brake system, but is the nut that goes that holds everything right here. We have the brake pads, and then we have the brake pad clips, and then we have the brake caliper piston right here, which just like the air disc brakes, it presses against it, against the disc. And then we have the boots, which and then the brake pad pins, which you always wanna grease those. And in air disc brakes, you don't grease them because it's run by hydraulic fluid. In air disc brakes, you don't really grease air disc brakes, but in hydraulic disc brakes, you do want to do that, due to there's liquid brake fluid obviously that compresses against the caliper, or the caliper compresses against the brake pads, and then that's one of the reasons why you would want to use brake grease, because it's not the same thing as the air system. So, and then right here we have the bleed nipple. So basically, when you let's say you have like a spongy brake pedal, when you press on it, it feels kind of spongy. What you want to do is, most likely it has air in the system. So what you do is, on the bleed nipple, you press on the brake pedal, and as you loosen the nut on the bleed nipple, and as somebody presses on the brake pedal, you want to let all the air out. That's how you're feeling all the squishy, or the spongy brake, as they call it. And as you press on the brake, you're exerting all the air bubbles, and then you keep it, and then you tighten it up the bleed nipple, and then you let it out, and that's how you get the air out of the system, on the bleed nipple. And then we have the let's see, what else we have. Like right here we have the air disc, and that's basically it. Let's see what else. And then this is right here is the brake caliper itself, and then right here, this is where, like I said, the brake fluid comes in and helps with the caliper compressing against the brake pads. And then we have the back of the right here. And then I want to talk about a little bit drum brakes, but hydraulic. They're kind of similar to the air drum brakes, but at the same time they're not. So right here I want to have the list of components. I have the brake shoe return, just like you saw on the air disc brakes, there was one like that. And it has an automatic adjuster. Let's see, I know there's different kinds, but I know you can adjust it. There's a certain tool that you have to have, and basically somewhere around here, you just loosen it. You go up by loosening, and then you go down if you wanna make it tighter. Just depends what's the best for yours. And then we have the brake wheel cylinder, and that's probably the biggest difference between an air brake drum and a hydraulic brake drum. These go bad a lot on the hydraulic brake drums. I've seen a lot of passenger vehicles that has like their brake pedal goes all the way down due to a leak, and a lot of times it's the brake wheel cylinder that's right here. And then I have the I have some of my other return springs, and that's basically it. Yeah, just like the other ones, it does have springs all around it, but it's really similar to it. But as of course, as you can see, it has the brake shoes, and then the brake drum, and that's pretty much how similar it is. So I want to talk a little bit about the pros. So I think passenger vehicles, there's really not really cons that I would say, because you're not really hauling anything heavy. Just for personal use every day, even if you're going long trips, it's more convenient and to use hydraulic brakes. No biggie. But in like medium and heavy duty trucks, it's rare that you see hydraulic brakes, because like I said before, it's more convenient for someone with a medium duty or heavy duty truck, or box trucks hauling stuff. It's more efficient and more reliable to use air brake systems on stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you guys for your time. Hopefully, I don't know if this has been a long video for you guys, but hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys learned a little bit. I'm sure you guys know a lot about this stuff, but yeah, thank you.